Is your child a natural-born entertainer? Now is their chance to join the most talented youth dance crew in the Mid-South, the Blue Bunch. The Blue Bunch entertains Grizz Nation with their energetic dance routines and even have the opportunity to collaborate on performances with leading artists in the entertainment industry. Kids ages 7 to 17 are invited to show off their skills and personality for their chance to join the next generation of NBA entertainers. Open auditions are Saturday, June 28th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
You've seen the Grizzline jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drumline in the NBA. Grizzline entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizzline is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies at home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today. The Grizzlies, grannies, and grandpas have the right moves and are currently looking for new members to join their team for the upcoming season. These soulful seniors are a fan favorite group throughout Grizz Nation. You do not have to be a grandparent, but you must be at least 50 years old with personality, rhythm, and passion for performing. If that sounds like you, then we want to see you on Sunday, June 29th. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information.
With a knockaway. Good defense. Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting. Let's go! Let's go!
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Javon Evans might be the John Morant of the WWE. You ask me, how do I say that? It's because Javon Evans is electrifying. He is viral. He does things you've never seen before. The most athletic guy you've never ever seen in the wrestling world. He reminds me of John in a wrestling ring. So Javon Evans, I'm proclaiming you on this day the John Morant of the WWE.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling Weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Tuesday, June 10th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, the Grindfather's here. Tony Allen will be in studio. We're going to be talking about the NBA Finals and everything else that is going on. Had some interesting stuff that was going on last night. We said we were going to try to pay attention to the Stanley Cup Finals that were going on. Said we were going to try to pay attention to the Murray State Racers advancing to the College Baseball World Series, which they did. We will get to all of the news and notes of the day and the most pertinent thing, which is the NBA Finals, which is locked up at 1-1 as they are headed back to, or I guess to Indiana for the first time to play a Game 3. Tony Allen's here. The gang's all here. It is a Tuesday. It is beautiful outside. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good day. All right, bunch of stuff to get to on the show today, not the least of which is the NBA Finals is going to continue. We will get Tony Allen's thoughts on that as he's joining us in studio. Before I get to anything, I'll welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sec. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Harp, John Lance, he's Dr. Thunder, he's Yogi Roser. Hello, John.
It's a great day to do some yoga. People go outside and do some yoga.
It's too hot. Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer, he's Sir Hiss. He's Walker 93.
Shout out to our queen, bro. Our queen Glorilla won her first BET award last night. It was lit. She won it for a gospel song she made. But yeah, shout out to
with
our queen.
Keisha Cole?
No, that's a new record. With Kurt Franklin and Maverick City.
I didn't know Glorilla had a song with Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, wow.
It's a banger.
Okay.
With Maverick City Music?
Yeah, it's all three of them.
I've got some Maverick City on the phone. I'm tapped in.
You don't get to do that, bro.
I just did it.
What up, Tony, bro?
Tony Allen's here. He is the Grindfather. He joins us for Tuesdays with Tony, brought to you by ESCO. Make sure the next time you are downtown, you are bopping across the street from FedEx Forum and get you some delicious food and drinks at ESCO. Get those shrimp and grits. Yum.
White tea fresh out the pack, boy.
Man, fresh out the pack, man. You know, summertime,
He said he didn't like what he was wearing, so he stopped at the gas station.
Right. I ain't want to come in here looking like no development coach. You know what I mean?
You had a quarter zip on?
Yeah, I had the little
corporate polo.
The corporate polo. What you was doing this morning then?
But it's kind of thin, so it's like.
Yeah, I'm glad you switched to the white tee. That's more your vibe, bro. White tee tone.
When I'm like running up saying, Coach.
What would you say is the amount of white tees you've bought at a gas station in your life? Would you say over, under? Because you used to do this. I mean, guy, you've been coming on the show for 15 years. Remember when we were down across the street, when we were at 7:30 a.m. and I had that studio across the way? you would come and you would leave practice, and you always, I mean, you would walk in there. At that time, it was polo. You always had polo shirts. Like, yes, he had polo white tees that had the little horse at the bottom, like on them. But he would like constantly have them in a pack of 3, and then would take it out of the pack and then put it on like right before.
That was definitely the way.
That was it.
That was the way. But now I'm like, I don't need no T-shirt. I'm dad. I'm granddad now. So it's like, man, if I don't get one of these wrinkled little T-shirts, throw it on, put on some of these nice little shorts and enjoy this summer. But today, I said, you know what? Let me get this crispy.
How many would you say? Do you think you bought more than 200 white tees in your life?
I done bought over, for sure, easily over 20,000 T-shirts.
Yeah,
20,000.
I mean, look, he's a part of the white tee era, though, bro. So that makes sense. Like when white tees was a thing.
20,000.
You gotta
This
figure.
is Wilt Chamberlain.
No, listen.
This is your Wilt Chamberlain claim.
If you played in the NBA and if you know anything about pro clubs,
bro.
We used to go out there to LA and get boxes of pro clubs. White tees and bring them back to the crib.
Like Roser's doing the math. Do the math, Roser.
No, I'm not doing the math. I'm marking this for commercial purposes.
This is a Wilt Chamberlain claim.
I'm with you because I know you was a part of the white tee era, them franchise boys, when the tall tees was the thing. So you was the big tees and the
in
2000.
Listen, bro. In 2004, it used to be this dude named Farouk in LA. Right?
He used to sling tees?
Man, he any type of designer. Like, listen, I'm talking about the time. This was back in the day. And he would come to our hotel and he would have all the Evisu, the Red Monkeys. You know what I'm saying?
Monkey jeans is crazy.
He had all that.
The bootleg Jones or the real?
Shit, at the time, who was gonna question it? Who was gonna question the NBA cat at that time? You know what I'm saying? But to his case, he used to always. To my case, he used to always come to LA, and we'd have him, man, go order us 3-4 boxes of polo tees, and we'd have suitcases ready for just 3-4 boxes of tees.
The question is now, like, you probably get 1 or 2 words out of it, and it's gone.
I don't think. I mean, it just depends on where I'm going.
Okay.
And normally you need them for like just on the wake up.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Throw a tee on.
Some shorts,
it's like Air Force
some
Ones.
sneakers.
You get 2 pair of Air Force Ones.
It's your get back the date outfit.
Wilt Chamberlain famously claimed that he had sex with 20,000 women. That was his estimate. And then people tried to do the math on that, and they said, that's ridiculous. And so when I said that is your Wilt Chamberlain claim, the math doesn't math, Tony. There's no way, because somebody tried to do the math on the on the Wilt Chamberlain thing, and it ended up being 1.2 women a day every day since I was 15 years old. That was his claim.
Oh, okay.
He made the claim, and of course he passed away at age 63. But he said he did suggest that an average of 2.3 women per day. And then he scaled that down to a more conservative estimate, which was 1.2 women per day.
What's the 0.2 of
where's
a woman?
0.2? It's like a paraplegic?
I don't know. No,
right. She ain't got no legs.
No, that's just an average.
Once she got one arm, is her name Allie?
It's just an average. It's just an average.
Come on.
It's just an average.
Come on.
Well, it means she has an extra arm.
Don't do that to her.
Obviously, she's not losing anything. She's gaining something.
Yeah.
If it's 1.2.
She's got a third nipple.
Okay, all right.
It's just an average, 1.2. So I defy you. You do not have 1.2 white T-shirts per day. That's ridiculous.
No, for real. No, for real. No, you know how hard I sweat. I be sweating.
Yeah, you were sweating.
How old are you, Tony?
So like I be sweating, right? If I'm riding around in the Rosemobile.
Top drop. You know what I mean?
In the Rosemobile.
Stars in there.
You know, okay.
Stars in there.
Do you still have it?
No, I got rid of it.
I knew you did.
It's too old, 2014. But listen. So I can be riding that old ass car. Listen. Hey, so look, right? I jump out the car, boom. I say what up, autographs, what's up, pictures, here, boom.
I pulled up in the Rolls Royce.
You understand?
Pictures.
You understand?
Paparazzi.
You understand? Holding babies. You understand? Hey, so look, it's hot. It's real hot. Boom, I jump back in the car, the AC blast. Boom. Now I look up under.
Pit stains.
Unsure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unsure.
Are you sure? Unsure. I'm unsure. You feel switch the T. Now that's another one.
That's 2 T's.
That's 2 T's right there.
That's 2 T's off the dribble.
Boom. Okay, cool. Go kick it. Go well.
Wait. Were you throwing them away?
No, they definitely going to the trash can.
They ain't going.
Again,
they ain't going to the. I promise you. I still got a whole every year.
Yeah.
The maid pick up 3-4 bags of just tees.
Just white tees.
And just white tees.
What I'm saying is,
and no, we back to
theoretically they are reusable, Tony. You're saying it's one wear gone.
One wear gone.
Got to get a new one.
At one point, from 2004 to 2018, I ain't wore back-to-back T-shirts.
Well, that would get worn twice.
This would be out of there like swimwear. Like
Tony,
this, and when you say wear, I'll probably keep some of these back to go in the backyard.
You bought that at the gas station this morning.
For sure.
For how much?
Right the corner right there. You got 2 for 10.
$4.99. $4.99.
Tony, you were born.
Just chuck it.
Tony, you were
$4.99.
Let me get 2 of these.
I say, hold on. I had a 1X and a 2X. The 1X was a little slim. It got a little, I say, damn, I done reached the 2X stage.
Your franchise boys,
back then, I was a large. I'm a 2X. I say, damn.
Oh, there he is. Wait, is that you?
Look at that.
Oh, it's AI. Yeah, AI, one of the kings of white tees.
AI and Lil Wayne.
Oh, my God.
That's a 4X tee right there, boy.
Zebo got the 6X.
Zebo in Vegas last year was wearing a white tee.
That's a pro club. I guarantee you that's a pro club.
That jacket is extra long.
You got to explain that to me. What is Pro Club?
Pro club white T-shirts. Pull them up, yo. It's one of the.
That's the jumps they sell Finish Line, isn't it?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's
but
Tony,
we used to get them from a guy named Farouk.
It is real Wilt Chamberlain stuff with you because you have been alive now. You were born January 11th, 1982, which means you have been alive for 15,856 days. So you have averaged 1.2 white tees per day
over the course of your entire life.
Over the course of your entire life.
That's ridiculous.
It's a little barbecue sauce on the wing. But I'm trying to tell you, listen, hold on. But minus the sauce, take some of the sauce off.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
at least like 12,000.
What about Air Force One? You switch to Air Force Ones like that?
I used to. It's just until they went up another $60. Air Force Ones, $140 now.
I said people used to
back
wear
then
like
back then they was $70.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times they out in and out.
$70, boom. You
One scuff.
No,
One scuff,
but
it's
still,
out.
but you buy Air Force Ones. When you go there, you buy 6, 7, 8 pairs at a time.
Yeah.
You do that. That's what you supposed to when they was $60, $70.
Now they $140.
Now they $140, $150. You gonna be spent the thou wow. You know damn well you ain't wearing these unless you're on red carpet. For real. For the some white.
Did you look up those T-shirts?
Oh yeah, they are the jumps from Finish Line.
How much is one?
They're like $22.
White T-shirt.
Like $22.
But he was buying them in bulk from a guy.
One T-shirt or Pro Club is $22. No.
Right now,
I'm with you. Go to the gas station. The $3.99,
Back
$4.99
then,
way
we
better.
used to get a whole
Pro
box.
Club 3-pack right now, bro. Because Finish Line don't sell them no more. They are a white tee is $7.96. $8.
Okay.
Eminem was heavy on the white tee also.
Yeah.
Eminem big time wore the white tee.
All right. Well, look, I like
in my white tee.
I like the $4.99 gas station one. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. NBA Finals are 1-1 so far. Tony Allen's thoughts on the finals being locked up at 1 heading to Indiana.
Oh man, obviously they pissed game 1. You know, they let that one go. You know, if they stayed on point, had that mindset throughout the game, you know that, okay then, right before we run into that, big shout out to Out the Mud in the building. Meanwhile, but no, I just think they made the proper adjustments to bounce back from that. They didn't let their foot off the gas. They made hella fast switches, and they switch up their defensive coverages, if you've noticed this. Sometimes I think it's a good switch if Dort and Caruso, right? But then say like if it's Hartenstein and Dort get over the screen. Stay on Hallie.
They don't move that.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They pay attention to the detail on them on defense. They made defensive adjustments all throughout the game. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so you got to give me the perspective from, like, you were for us for so many years the Dort character, right?
I was definitely the Dort character.
Which is, we are putting you on the guy that has to be dealt with, and that is your responsibility. And so you see that happening with Halliburton. Now, from that perspective, if you're Lou Dort, which, again, you were once upon a time, and you have caused a guy to be inefficient or caused a guy to be less aggressive than usual, or you've done a great job on him, you know inevitably that there are going to be alterations made by the opposing team to try to get that guy going, right? They want to get Halliburton going to where they can get that offense moving, and it may not be in the form of shot attempts. It may just be that he's beating guys off the dribble, or he is trying to get 2 feet in the lane so he can collapse the defense. He's trying to draw somebody else. So once you've done a very good job on an opposing star, what then is typically what the other team is attempting to do to you the next game to make sure that you're not locking down that guy in the same way?
Well, typically when you put a guy in that type of situation,
because they're not just going to be fine with this and to be like, okay,
they got to
lose on Halliburton. Let's just forget about that.
They got to make adjustments. But what goes on, you got to stay consistent with what y'all trying to do. What we trying to do is open up the defense. They get to set those high pick and rolls. They got to free him up early. They got to get him able to work in a lot of space, get downhill.
High.
Early. Then it's soon.
Fourth quarter, they did a lot of it, just get him trying to get down here, running off different screens.
Yeah, like early, right before you cross half, they trying to free him up because you got to figure Dort, first team all defense. Right. You feel me? He's a headache. What we say, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically getting Halliburton being Halliburton. He was a no-show in that first half. Second half, he got all his points, but by that time, it was too late. And that's why I say it was more so what Oklahoma City did. They kept their foot on the gas all day, paid attention to their detail, paid attention to detail on their defensive end, and executed through defense. You saw Shea out there swiping balls down. He had 4 steals. You get what I'm saying? And Shea is Shea. You're going to count him for the 30 off the rip.
And it also feels like everything's got to get moving for Indiana because unless they can get the stops and the rebounds, like that's where Halliburton can have the success. They're playing way too much half-court basketball. Like they're not scoring at a high enough rate against that set defense. No, the only chance they have is scramble mode, in order to get the amount of shots and the amount of looks that they want to get, right? And that comes down to being able to get stops and then just running straight off of it, which I'd imagine will probably be a lot more prevalent at home just because that's the way it goes. Your team's cheering for you. All of a sudden your role players are knocking down shots. You're getting stops and you're flying up the court. You see it. You see it. You saw it with Oklahoma City the other night with that wave, that 19-2 run. It really, that was the end of the game for all intents and purposes in the second quarter. It just feels like I don't know how you free up Halliburton to have that requisite space in half-court basketball, the amount that you need it.
They were doing a lot of like he'll bring the ball, they'll pass the ball in. By the time we get to half-court, he gives it to Miles Turner, and he try to cut off him. So they play wide and try to basically Miles Turner, you're the Jokic, right? Mm-hmm. Give it to him at the high post, and I'm working off that. It was a couple of buckets he scored in the fourth quarter. It was he'll come up half-court, not even try to work a pick and roll. Miles Turner flash to the high post. He'll give it to him. He'll do a little shake, get around the screen, get to the mid post.
To you, was it worse guarding the guy that's got the ball, bringing the ball up the court, or the guy that is going to get the ball that starts off?
Off ball, yeah.
They both are challenged, Chris. This the NBA. This ain't one of them situations you could pick your poison. No, if this your role, you playing on the defensive end, you are locked down defender, you going on whoever cooking. So it might change up. You might have Westbrook get the cooking mic, and let's say, hey, okay,
we got to move you over.
Let's bring Tay in. You get on
Tayshaun Prince.
You get on KD, and then TA. Now you stick Russ. You see what I'm saying? It's been adjustments.
And we're gonna try to hide Mike on Anthony Roberson.
So but your job don't change. Ain't nothing easy. Ain't nothing easier than the other one.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They both come with a task, but I just think, man, the defense that the Oklahoma City got, the way they play, they've been playing like that all year. A lot of people gave them flack for changing the lineup, but it actually kind of made sense to me. You get what I'm saying? When you could put guys out there that's switchable and great defenders, you know what I'm saying? I think that's playing a toll on them, man. We need Siakam to step up, bro.
Oh,
yeah. At one point of this postseason, we thought he was they superstar, but now it's looking mid right now.
It's very weird because we talked about this a lot yesterday, and I went through all the numbers where Halliburton's getting talked about like he is one of his peers star-wise, but his team just does not function the same way as any of those other teams, right? Those teams are so dependent upon Giannis and Donovan Mitchell and Luka Doncic and Anthony Edwards and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for that matter, right? Where it's like they're kind of just this total five-man equal opportunity. Everybody's going to have between 12 and 19 points. And, but we're so used to the main guy being the one that's like, we look at his stats first. And we go, all right, well, their main guy had 30 and 13, and this guy had, 14 and 6. And
almost like a Russell Wilson quarterback, one of those.
Right? Like a game manager, but then he comes up big at the end.
Like a game manager.
You get what I'm saying?
Dink and dunk, throwing check downs.
He ain't giving me no Vic. He ain't scrambling, stopping, waiting on the pass, run back the other side. Yeah. Like, he ain't giving you that excitement. So it's like.
And it's all because most. It's weird.
1B maybe I would give him.
Well, one of the things that happens is what we are so used to is there's like this, whatever, a 10-0 run that takes place. And like in our case, if we just liken it back in the day, you would see the timeout. Now Jaeger or Lionel or whoever runs out there to say, turn 4, and that means we're clearing out the side and we're throwing the ball to Zebo, right? Like that's how we're stopping this run. That's when we got to get a bucket, this is what we're doing,
exactly.
Right?
I know where you're going to.
Or we're running this high pick and roll with Mike and Mark, right? Like that's what we're doing. And we're playing off of that. But Indiana doesn't really have the, there's a run going on. All right.
Let's throw it
Tyrese Halliburton just going to settle this. I'm going to settle it all down. I'm going to go one-on-one and get a bucket, right? And that is the way most superstars function in the NBA, which is I'm the guy that's like, no, this run stops right now, or I'm going to now start being the guy that is controlling everything every time down the court, and that's just not how they play.
No,
it's not at all.
It's a play that somebody brought up on Twitter. It's the one they always go to and stuff. It's called the C action. You ever heard of it? Halliburton comes on the right wing. They clear out the side. They flash Siakam to the high post, and they pass the ball back to the top to Miles Turner. So he isolated the post. Post isolated. Backside guys set a screen with each other. They throw it high to Siakam. So if you help, you can throw it to the corner. If you don't help, Siakam got a layup. And I was watching some stuff on Twitter. They said that's the stuff they go to when the stuff starts happening. You see Halliburton do this.
Oh, right. The color commentator, the girl that described it on Caitlin Cooper. She described it on Zach Lowe's podcast. I saw that.
They call it the C action. I guess that's what they call it.
Well,
that's the play they go to.
And you saw Miles Turner it was weird. They went through that whole span in the third quarter where it was all Miles Turner offense.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He had like 10 or 12 or whatever.
He had a nice dunk too.
He did.
But no, it's funny you say that though, Chris, because that's how they've been playing all year, right?
All year.
So now you look at Oklahoma City. That's how they've been playing all year.
All year.
Give it to Shai, figure it out, and you guys be ready to knock down shots. Your boy Wiggins was ready to knock down shots.
I hate him.
We remember him.
He cooked us.
We remember him.
Trust me.
He had a 40. And it's crazy because I thought that would have been Isaiah Joe. That's another Swiss Army knife they got. You get what I'm saying? They got a lot of Swiss Army knife
that kid
players.
was the 55th pick in the draft.
Who? Wiggins?
Yes.
Shine. He had his shiny
people
moment.
have turned off the draft by the time it gets to 55.
They run a Taco Bell
Nobody even
ads.
care.
They run an ads from McDonald's when he get drafted.
55.
Bro, he making them pay right now. And I like his game. Like I said, he been doing that all year. And you lead a basket, stop a run. Who you giving the ball to? Shai. Shai clearing it out, getting to his spot, getting to his, mid-range, stepping back. And if you guys want to help, you guys just be ready to make plays.
Well,
and I think they did a good job of that in game 2.
Obviously, Caruso and Wiggins cannot outscore every pacer. That's ridiculous.
No, but
they both had more points than every Pacer, and it's like, okay.
I'm talking about multiple effort points.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Which they was doing last game too, but it didn't show up in the stat sheet.
You are filtering the shots too, theoretically, the role players.
The
right?
role players.
And that's where you go, all right, Neesmith, Obi Toppin, and the rest of those guys, they're gonna make them at home.
Yeah.
Role players always make it at home.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. That's the reason I think I'd be stunned if it's not 2-2 after they play these 2 games in Indiana. Indiana's going to get one of those. And I don't know if they can do it 4 times, but like say in game 1, and of course they won in a miracle fashion, but they were kind of always in range in that game to be able to do that. But they outscored Indiana by 7 at the 3-point line. Like, they had 7 more threes. That's 21 points in the game. And then they played them even up in threes in game 2. And that cannot be. Like, Indiana's just going to have to take and make a lot more threes than Oklahoma City. And so my feeling is they will. And one of the games at least, they will. They'll make a bunch of threes, and that'll be the difference because they'll make, right? And the other thing is they can't get beat by 10 at the free throw line. Like, Oklahoma City, that's not what they do. They got one guy that goes to the free throw line. Nobody else on their team really goes to the free throw line. And so to lose that was dreadful. They have kept the turnovers. Like, they did way better on the turnovers in game 2.
I think the back
15 is as good as you can expect
that's good. For
against that team.
Yeah, in the playoff team.
And especially you're not giving up the pick sixes, right? Which are just, that's where they destroy
They fixed the
you.
rebounding thing, too, 'cause in game 1, Indiana destroyed them on the backboards. And they figured out game 2, let's go double big. Hardenstein go out there, the backboard thing was neutralized. So, like, everything that they did.
Well, and they also
went
went double big when Turner went to the bench because now they're not making you pay for the 5-out thing.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, Thomas Bryant's in, Obi Toppin's in. Like, okay, so what? Whereas Miles Turner, I bet you, my guess is going to be you're going to see a lot more Halliburton and a lot more Turner.
Yeah,
that'll be the adjustment. Like, this team, much like Oklahoma City, has survived. Like, has been great because of their depth, bro. The deeper this thing goes, and the more important it gets, that depth ain't gonna be. You're gonna end up with 7 guys, right? Oklahoma City, when they needed that game at Minnesota, game 4, they had 2 guys play. Really. Yeah, Caruso and Wallace, and then maybe Wiggins played like 8 minutes or something. They didn't even have an 8th guy play 10 minutes in the game. And so I bet what you're going to have with Indiana is like, all right, enough with this Ben Shepherd crap, enough with this Mathurin crap.
Let me go.
It's just going to be a lot more of Turner. It's going to be a lot more of Halliburton, and we're going to still try to play fast, but we're doing it with friggin' 7 or 8 guys. We're not doing it with 9 or 10.
And what I like about that action is, whoever that corner guy is, you could put Toppin or you could put Mather and all those guys you said. But once Turner get the cooking, his pick and pop, put that wing side in the compromising situation. Well, if he get to that 15-footer, you know what I'm saying, get the cutting in those lanes when Halliburton come off the pick and roll, I think he deadly. But that's their best offense if you could somehow get Siakam to give you like 18 and 10 and some maybe 6-7 assists.
And the runouts. He has been beating guys down the floor all playoffs, and we just haven't seen that.
That's where he get it from.
Siakam.
That's his best. That's his best Siakam when he get the ball, push, attacking, making plays. And I just think they've been doing a number on him, man, with those switches and they pick and roll. I'm telling you, I saw 3-4 actions where, normally you would put the sag big in the back. Man, I done seen Hardenstein show get back to Turner. I done seen the switches be switches with guards. It's like they got that mindset. We ain't about to get beat on the defensive end.
We got a video of that actually telling you play it. Jacob, you can play the kind of the action they do to get Siakam his easy buckets. Jacob, you can play. So this the one we're talking about. They empty out that corner, then Siakam touchscreen. This is what he usually get a lot of his. And if he's not getting runouts, he usually get them like this, because he's down there with a small player.
And he hit what? He hold him off.
He hold him off.
Hold him off.
Now the Thunder changed it because now they got a man helping now. So watch Siakam. Now they running for Ben Shepherd, not come off.
This is the OC action. So that's the OC action.
So
you're right.
That's how he usually get his buckets, Siakam, like the easy ones. But now because the Thunder see that, they're like, we're gonna put a man right here at the free throw line or right at the baseline, so we can't get the easy just little over
the turnaround. Yeah, because he's very good at finishing against one guy.
Especially the smaller guard.
Nifty, yeah.
And he takes advantage of smaller guards, or maybe 3-man, you could say. And it seemed like this time now when he gets switched on those Dorts and those Carusos and those Hardensteins, check coming from the weak side, it's a different lens, man.
It's a fight for his life down there.
It's a different lens.
Our guy went through it.
Yeah.
Jaron went through it. It's like, I mean,
he was getting swarmed by these dudes.
He was killing people all year long, right? And then next thing you know, it's like, oh my God, like it's just. It's like, I mean,
scout report, bro.
Anytime you got the ball anywhere low, it's just in peril, and they're diving on it.
No, for sure. That's
it's unbelievable. I've been watching very closely after you did the breakdown of when we asked you about guarding SGA, and I've watched these guys, whether it's Nembhard or whether it's Neesmith or whether it's Mathurin or whether it's whoever, right? And I've kept what you've said in mind, and I sit there and watch it, and especially in game 2, and I'm like, okay, like, I think they're defending him well. Like, I'm trying to analyze it, and you want to be like, oh, come on. But it's like, bro, these shots, like, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do if this guy is going to be, like, fading away on the baseline over a... It's a 6'6" guy who is completely stretched out. Trying to contest it. And because this guy is 6'6" himself, he's getting it off. And
he getting it off.
You're not blocking it, so I'm unsure what you're supposed to do.
It's like he getting to his spot. As soon as he get to his spot, he pushing you off to get a little bit more space. So just wait on that push, man.
Or just tackle him.
But I'm
wait
not,
on that push,
just
man.
tackle him when he pushes.
But here's what makes him.
Tackle.
Hey, this is what makes him truly great, though, Tony.
Now he didn't use a push off on that.
I'm consistently unsure of what his spot is. There's usually a place.
No.
I know, I got it. There's usually a place, though, that a guy's trying to get to. He's making it from everywhere.
Yeah. It's all at the
right side of the basket, left side of the basket, fadeaways, baseline, elbows.
I'm about to send y'all his shot chart downstairs.
It's not
See how
in
he
one
covering
area?
up that space? Like he cover up space, man. Like that little whatever space you give him. Let's just watch him for a second.
That's a Caruso bucket, ain't it?
That's a bucket. Caruso had an out-of-body experience last game.
I know. He made everything.
I was like, who is this, Dan Marley?
Thunder Dan.
Oh, that was the pick from behind.
Jacob, I just said.
No, I ain't gonna lie. This game, I ain't gonna lie. He just used his talent, I think. But if you watch his skill set is simply getting to his spot, pushing you off when he get to his spot. By the time you get to the spot where he want to go.
What is the spot, though?
It's the free throw line. That's all you want to get to.
But, bro, he gets to the baseline, too.
He gets anywhere, and he's good from anywhere he wants to be.
You just got to...
That's the sign of a true superstar, awesome player.
Yeah, bro. Get to my midi.
He can be good anywhere on the court.
Anywhere.
He shot 37.5% from 3 this year.
Look at
He's
this.
even gotten good at that.
How are you supposed to defend this, bro?
Yeah, Ben's a chair, bro.
That's just skill. That's just skill.
Yeah. Treat him like a chair.
That's skill.
Yeah.
Ain't too many guards, willing to take that turnaround fadeaway shot. Trust me. You see that push? Y'all saw that push, right?
That's an offensive foul.
You saw that push right there, right? Yeah. Take that push and start pushing back at his ass.
That's how you get a foul. You get the foul called on you, not him.
Well, hey, man.
You gotta take it, Rosen.
Slink.
This is the finals, bro. Ain't nobody feeling sorry.
Oh, Johnny. Why you gotta put a Johnny Furphy? Come on, man. That's messed up, bro.
Hey, Jacob, put up his shot chart.
By the way, why is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the game when Johnny Furphy is? That's wrong, bro.
That's called bullying.
That's wrong.
He got to seal the deal. He ain't like how he sealed the deal game 1. This series is really supposed to be down 2-0 right now. I don't know why everybody keep being so excited about them going back to Indiana.
Because it's going to be 2-2.
Yeah, I think they mentally.
That's why.
No, listen, I think they mentally tough enough.
But that's
They're
to
not
get
winning
through that
both of those
hostile
games.
environment. It's going to be 3-1 coming back.
No, it's not.
I guarantee.
You know where
No,
his
it's
spot
not.
is? That's where he made
guarantee.
his shots our last game.
Watch what happens.
That's his spots.
Yeah.
That one corner tray was wide open. He wants to get to that. If he gets around that little arc, it's over with, bro.
Who shoots shots like that?
It's all SGA.
Kobe, Jordan. They get to where they going. By the time they By the time you put so much energy trying to get back in front of him, man, when you get back in front of him, he didn't push you off balance. Now he didn't step back. That's a bucket. You get what I'm saying?
It's so wild to see a guy score 34 points now, and there's one
in the mid-range. He shot 1-3.
It's freaking DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, no, for real, he really is.
DeMar DeRozan's like, I was ahead of my time.
So now is that? That's why I want to know how influential he is. Is you now gonna see kids saying, now I want to get in my Shea bag?
You tell me.
I'm asking. I don't know.
Hey, you're the one with
my son. It's different from my son. My son love him. You see me had to change my screensaver just when I got in.
I'll say I watched a lot of high school basketball last weekend, and it wasn't. No. They still want to shoot threes.
Shea game 2 back in the day.
Yeah, it's 290, 2000.
They still want to Curry and Harden.
They still want to shoot threes. They still want to bang people. We'll get to the rack, get to the ball.
Well, the other thing is the reason on the Gilgeous-Alexander front that's so crazy is because he doesn't shoot threes and he doesn't dunk.
No, he doesn't.
It's like,
he don't.
What player is like we just don't have guys like that. Like it is, even DeMar DeRozan dunked.
Yeah, he was a high flyer, bro.
Right.
Do you think his strength is not talked about enough? How strong he is? Because you look at him,
I don't think so.
He don't look like a strong dude, but like if you.
But you could tell he in shape.
Like Jalen Wells and them, they'd be like, "Yo, you try to push up on him, and he gets you."
Well, you know what the thing. You know what I've noticed recently is, and they've mentioned this when it comes to. I remember when it comes to Harden. And when it comes to James Harden and when it comes to Luka Doncic, both of those guys, one of the things that they've talked about is like they're like, how are these guys so awesome yet they don't seem to be these incredible athletes, right? Like they're not the kind of guys that you would say, oh, we could take them to the Olympics and they could win something like that too. The same way you could with like a Ja or a Westbrook or these top 1%ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys are not super fast twitch guys. And I guarantee you Shea is exactly the same as Harden and Luka in this sense. What they said was like speed-wise, when these guys go, that they are not, right? Like it is exactly what you think. They don't jump as high as you. They don't run as fast as you, whatever. But that they stop faster than you. Yeah. I thought that was so fascinating. They can't run faster than you, but they can stop faster than you. And now I watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I see it all the time. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like it is, and what they say is like with the Harden thing, it's a different form of athleticism, or the Luka thing. It's the ability to stop and go in these hesitations, and that like you're right. They can't run as fast as you, and they can't jump as high as you. But what they can do is you keep going, and they stop.
And they real deceptive.
It's like, I don't understand the speed in stopping. But
and change the direction. And so much of them putting that work and trying to get their shot off, it's like, this is my skill set.
Well, and the footwork thing, too. Because I remember years ago, a guy told me with, like, Manu Ginobili. Yeah. He told me that Ginobili was the hardest guy to guard for him. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't you.
You can't count his
somebody,
steps, bro.
Because
Angle pick and roll.
And back in the day, it was right? Like it's the Kyries, it's the Jaws, it's the cross you over, break your ankles, kind of stuff. And they're like, but then you play this guy, and it's all steps. Yep. Like he strides there, and then he strides there, and then he strides there. And he's just playing your angles. Yeah. And you're like trying to move your hips.
Is it because he's is it the left-handed? Is it because he's left-handed? Because
he going so damn hard off the left hand.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like when he go left, he's strong left.
Strong left. Like,
so if you don't stop it, he might put it under his armpit and still take them long steps and try to finish. And that's what made it hard. And then he coming off a angle pick and roll on a lot of his actions. Yeah. A lot of his actions get cooked out the pick and roll, so then he might split. So as he split, the second line of defenses, he's going to the second down of defense. What else he gonna hit you with? The Euro.
Get to the left. It's hard like that.
So
too,
the directions and what you said, knowing when to stop, is key. He's another one.
Because you keep going.
You
and
keep
they
going.
stop.
You run right on by.
It's almost like when people talk about the second jump thing.
Yeah.
His first jump, he's like, no, but his second jump's quicker than yours.
Yeah, is your boy Beasley? Like, because I know I was watching Beasley and Lance this weekend. I was gonna find a way to bring that up. Is that like how like Bees is? Like Bees ain't the most athletic, bro. But they say Bees is the coldest one-on-one player ever.
Yeah, I think he's the most.
Your boy got cooked, by the way.
Lance, shout out Lance, make him dance.
He got cooked.
Hey, no,
he got cooked, boy.
When he took his shirt off, I was laughing.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Trying to fight folks in the crowd, bro.
Yeah, he was 730 for that one. Meanwhile, I just think Bees, he always been one of them aggressive, big power forward guards, if that makes sense. Like, his game ain't never been east-west. It's always been out of the triple threat. You know what I mean? Like, when he get to the basket, it's coming from the triple threat. Almost like Carmelo. You see how Carmelo play? He got that, I'm relentless. If I miss a shot, I'm chasing it down. He got that type of game, but it's more skill. You know what I mean? And he showed it in that one-on-one with Lance,
You
man.
watch it and you go, God, if this guy would have had a different head on his shoulders.
That's the only thing.
I mean, just an all-time.
That was the only knock.
Great.
That was the only knock.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people didn't, and I've been in the locker room with him. So a lot of times you don't know how he coming off. Like, he might be coming off like, yo, what are we doing? Da da da. And then that conversation might lead into we got to do it together. And then right before the conversation end, just give me the ball.
Beasley.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he got a loud voice in the locker room, and I think a lot of teams really didn't know his angle and how he wanted to get his rocks off. You see what I'm saying? And when I say get his rocks off, I mean like how he want to get buckets. He want to score. He's a scorer. So you look at scores like what's the kid from Brooklyn? Thomas.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They letting him rock like that. Yeah. You got to put him in that type of setting.
It almost would have been better for him to not go to Miami.
No, for real.
Like, the worst place he should have went.
He should have been a Spur.
If he was,
he should have been a Clipper.
He should have gone. You know, what we're saying is he should have gone to like the Wizards, where you could
where you could flat out get busy.
Yep.
Your off the court actions don't got nothing to do with these in between the lines. You see what I'm saying? He needed one of them programs, and I think back
like Cousins and the Kings. Honestly,
would have had a long career.
Speaking of your boy.
But I just think, I don't know, he always been Mike Beasley. Like, he just been outgoing. He always been outspoken. He always been loud.
Yeah.
He always been, ready to bump. Like, wherever the action that he ready to go. Like, and I think some teams just didn't understand that about him. You know what I'm saying?
Because Kyrie was even saying, like, he was on the broad, he was like, yo, Bees is probably the best one-on-one player ever. And that's coming from somebody who's Kyrie's the one, like, yo, when you get in one-on-one situations, it's tough. He's like, bro, Bees is one-on-one. Like, he could cook anybody. LeBron, anybody can get this work.
I saw it in the Big Three.
He was cooking everybody.
When I saw it in the Big Three, I said, man, this boy supposed to still be in the league, man. He supposed to still be in the NBA right now.
Dang.
But it's the locker room's what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
People in the locker room probably looking at it like, nah, you're a little too outspoken for me.
A little wild.
Yeah, you're a little too.
Well, and the other thing is he was never going to be a role player.
Nah.
His game ain't fit for the corner.
No,
you're
he's
right.
He in the corner.
His game is not fit for the corner.
You've got to dedicate to him being a star, right? There's stars and there's role players, and he's a guy that could never figure out how to, like, fit in, right? He can't be Michael Porter Jr., who could have been, right? Michael Porter Jr. could score a shit ton of points.
Yeah.
He could, right? Same way Andrew Wiggins did in Minnesota. And the trick is, can you figure out, if you're Andrew Wiggins, how to be good for Golden State? If you're Michael Porter, be good for Denver. Because, you probably could be a star. Michael Beasley probably could be, right? But that's not your role, bro. No, right? You're not going to be the best player on our team.
Allen Iverson was one of them.
Yeah.
He could never be a role player. They tried, and it just...
No.
You know what? While we talking about Michael Beasley, I'm kind of upset at Michael Beasley right now that I think about it.
Because he said
what did he do?
He said he was going to...
He took the China deal instead of trying to make our team. And then when I think about it, the way his skill set set
about the
up,
Grizzlies?
Yeah, with the Grizzlies back in the day. Yeah. So I'm like, if you was that nice we was missing a 3-man like you.
He actually could have fit in with
We needed somebody like you.
Well, because you guys had somebody, you also had people that could beat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you did.
You and Zebo.
Who we had?
Zebo.
Y'all would have put the hands on him.
Zebo.
No, we won.
No, you would have been cool with them. I'm saying you could have kept them in line.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that would have definitely.
Right. That would have been good for him.
He'd have been perfect for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I look back at that, I kind of get upset at that because now
Lance was fine.
Lance was solid.
He was fine. He wasn't getting out of. He wasn't like
There was one time.
Yeah.
There was one time, and Jaeger benched him. It was after that road game in Orlando. We came back here, and I think we played the Bulls, and Lance didn't play, and Zebo did play the whole freaking game. And we ended up clinching a playoff spot by winning that game. That was the 29 player year.
Good history on
Lance
Lance.
Look.
I remember. I remember the Warriors game here when we were up 9 with like 2 minutes left, and then we ended up blowing the lead or whatever, and we had one chance to win the game. And Jaeger certainly draws up a play in the huddle, and Lance Stephenson comes out and is just like, hell no, it just goes one-on-one like,
That's Lance.
and nothing happens, and we lose the game. I'm like,
Shout out Lance. Yeah. But no, I just think, I don't know, he definitely could score on the best of them. I didn't see too much of it in the league when we played him, because if I played him in Memphis, Memphis, he was with Miami. Yeah. Then when he went to all those other teams, it was like, we just gonna go and smack them, get them out of the way. But I didn't really pay attention to
the most he ever averaged in the season.
I want to say 13.
I just had this stuff up, bro. You know how cold you got to be, bro, to cook somebody in some diamond turfs, bro? He cooked your boy in some diamond turfs.
That's what he was wearing?
He was wearing the diamond turfs.
What is diameter?
14.2.
Sanders shoes. Football shoes.
With us.
Huh?
With us. 14.2 in 26 games with us. For a full season?
You said most he's averaging. It was 19.2. Right?
Wait.
With Minnesota, bro.
No,
I thought we were talking about Lance.
Michael Beasley.
Oh, I was talking about Lance.
I was like, Michael Beasley didn't play for us.
His second season.
I'd love to see that 14.
His third season, he averaged 19.2 in Minnesota. He was 22 years old.
19.2?
Yep, 19.2. He shot 45% from the field.
Oh.
That's more than I thought he had.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I would have thought he would have been around that 13, 14.
Who was on that Minnesota team?
2010.
Ricky Rubio?
What year? 2010?
10, 11,
Love.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Let me see.
Ricky
Kevin
Rubio,
Love.
right?
Oh, was Big Peck on there? Nikola Pekovic?
Slow down.
Yeah. By the way, they were 17 and 65.
Nobody called him that.
Yeah, they didn't call him Big Peck, bro.
They called Big Pekovic. He looked like Zangief.
I ain't gonna lie, he had a moment though.
You remember Big Peck? Yeah.
Big Peck had a moment.
He got a contract. Big Peck got a
He
contract.
got a contract off that moment. Because he was a monster down there.
Big Peck? Was he one of the strong dudes?
Strong as hell.
He looks like
strong as hell.
Looked like an Eastern European bad guy.
Oh,
that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He definitely looked like an Eastern mob.
He looks like on a Bond. He looks like a Bond
You
villain.
hit the screen, you dialed it.
He looked like one of them guys that they finna go do the
That might 10-11 was his
shot
rookie year.
It looked like he finna turn around, put the thing on his neck, and just spin around like.
Yeah, hey, 13, 14,
You know what
Big
I'm
Peck
talking about?
averaged 17 and a half points and 9 boards. Put some respect on Big
17 and
Peck.
9.
He'll squish your head like this. Yeah, but
He one of them, yeah.
Let's see. That's Johnny Flynn was on this team.
What year was it? 10-11?
10-11. Johnny Flynn.
If Johnny Flynn would not have had his hip injury, I contend he still
We got
would have
Wesley Johnson, Costa
Ooh,
Coopers.
really
that's a
good NBA.
name.
He would have really been.
He went lottery. Syracuse.
He'd have been a really good NBA
We
player.
got Wesley Johnson, Costa Coopers, Kevin Love, Luke Rittenauer, shout out my guy, Sebastian Telfair, former Grizzly, Anthony Tolliver, Martell Webster, Memphian, Sondiana Gaines, blast from the past, Georgia legend.
Oh wow.
But Martell Webster is not from Memphis. Martell Webster's from Washington.
Am I tweaking? Am I talking about? Oh, I
He's
thought
from
it was the other dude.
Washington.
Quinto Woods is who I'm thinking of. My bad.
Yeah.
Shout out Quinto Woods. Sondiana Gaines, Wayne Ellington.
Former Grizz.
Yeah, so that's the roster, 2010, 2011.
I remember.
Minnesota
No wonder Michael Beasley averaged 19.
Yeah, they were 17 and 65, bro.
Oh God.
Kurt Rambis was the coach.
See what I mean?
That's tough.
And that's another thing. Like, boom, you go number 2 pick, you get a new scenery. They looking for a guy to come in there and lead the locker room.
I will say, hey, I looked up Nikola Pekovic's basketball reference, just to see what his actual nicknames were.
Yeah.
His 2 nicknames were The Godfather and Peck.
He looked like it. He looked like it.
He did look like the guy. Look at how mean that dude looks.
Dude.
He would eat you alive. Pause.
It says he's a businessman now.
Of course.
Yeah.
He does.
What does he kill people for a living?
He is the president of the Basketball Federation of Montenegro.
Oh.
He is. President Pekovic.
TA, you and Zebo get on a plane. Out the mud episode with Big Peck.
We need him.
We got Big Peck.
We need him.
You do need to get one of these Eastern European guys on, because like you do all of these like guys that grew up in poverty and guys that have grown up under odd circumstances.
That's why you gotta watch how.
Get my man Okor on the pod.
Get Darko.
I want my man Okor. I used to love him.
Darko would be good.
Remember Okor played for the Jazz?
Mehmet Okur.
That's why we did Sasha Vujacic.
You did.
Yeah, we learned how they country, went to war. They changed the name of
Yep.
It's a lot. So I like interviewing those cats too, man. It turns into a history lesson.
Get Nene on the pod.
Nene?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hilario?
No. Hey, no. You know what? Hey, dude.
Ain't he a Frenchman?
Zebo's wife he's Brazilian.
Ex-wife.
Yeah, but Zebo's ex-wife. Fonz used to sit behind me at the games, and every time, no matter who he was playing for, I don't know why I remember this so vividly, but because he played for different teams during Zebo's time here.
Yeah.
Bro, every time Nene would check into the game and go to guard Zebo, she would go, "Oh, not Nene, cook him!" Dude, Zebo destroyed Nene. Destroyed that dude.
Nene Hilario, man.
Oh, not Nene.
Shout out Nene, man.
She disrespected Nene so much. She thought Nene was garbage.
He low-key was. Well, speaking of your boy, you bought DeMarcus Cousins. Have you seen the video? I got a video for you.
Yeah, where he grabbed his
your boy tweaked out.
third leg and
your boy tweaked out.
Just
you see the video, Vernon?
He almost had the.
Where was that at?
Play the video.
He's in
downstairs,
Puerto Rico,
Jacob.
right?
Yeah. He tweaking out, man. He touched him he smacked him in the face afterwards, bro. What's wrong with your boy, man?
That's Theo Pinson?
That's Theo Pinson.
Is that Theo Pinson?
I think that's Theo Pinson.
Oh, that's content. Content.
Is that Theo Pinson, bro?
That is Theo Pinson.
Is that my boy Boogie right there? Well, not Boogie.
DeMarcus.
What you think he said to him?
I don't know, but
he grabbed his nose and then smacked him in the face.
He double birded him.
That's tough.
Look, I'll say this, not the guy.
Yeah,
he's not the guy. Like, DeMarcus Cousins. I know multiple Memphis Grizzlies fans that DeMarcus Cousins told he would beat the shit out of them that game. Like, he's one of those guys that reacts to the crowd already. Like, he is one of those guys. Like,
did you play with him?
And look, Gary told these stories today on his show when I was driving in, and he was like, "Bro, I have out of public view seen DeMarcus Cousins almost get in 3 fights." Around and about. And he's like, he's always been a guy that, like,
you play with
he
him
runs high.
Was he always that mad? Because you played with him.
Oh, they start.
Yeah, look at him, bro. Bro, he was
I ain't see this.
Yeah, he's about to crash out, bro.
This is
it's about to be a
Malice in the Palace.
Malice in the Rico.
Man.
You play with him, bro. Was he always like that?
Puerto Rico.
Do you know how mad he is back in the back?
Bro.
Buddy.
Son, I got to call big fella, man.
What do you, like, you played with him, like, what was he, like, was he always
Did you
like
ever
that?
see him snap?
No, I mean, yeah, I
Yes,
I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. Shout out my boy DeMarcus Cousins, man. That's my cousin, man. Hey, look. So one day, right, we was in a where we was at? We was somewhere. Where we was at? I think we were in Memphis.
Oh Lord.
What?
We were in Memphis. So one day, boom, he get upset. Boom. It's right before halftime. He gets subbed at the game. He didn't want to get subbed at the game. Just so happened that we had a general manager named Dale Demps. Remember Dale Demps?
Yes.
Dale Demps. Man, used to curse Dale Demps out so bad, man. Oh, man. Hey, one day he came in the locker room. He was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here." He like, you see what they doing? You see what they doing? And man told him, get the fuck out of here.
This is the GM?
Yeah. He told,
Wait, did he leave?
he said, man, get your ass out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Don't you come in here. Hey, the general manager, I was clearly about face. hey, he ain't want no parts of Cuz. He ain't want no parts of Cuz, killer. I swear to God. And we knew Cuz was hot because we were like, damn, it's still like 59 seconds left. Cuz, why you ain't sitting on the bench? He walked straight to the back. He walked straight to the back. So everybody knew off then, they was like, all right, yeah, Cuz about to whoop somebody ass. So when I had to go back there with him, so I go back there with him. And when I go back there with him, Dale Dips tried to come in there and was like, what's wrong, Cuz? Just calm down. Everything's cool. He like, man, shut the fuck up. Get your ass out of here. Hey, man. Hey, so I know when he mad, because you got to be mad and you telling the general manager to GFOT. What it is? GTO.
GTFO.
GFOA.
What'd you say, GFO?
Oh, my God.
But yeah, that's my DeMarcus Cousins story, man. And yeah, he always snapping on the motherfucker. That ain't nothing new. Like
no, listen to this. This is crazy. This is probably 20 years ago when John Calipari was at the University of Memphis, and we, at that time, it's so hard to describe the way things were, but like college basketball recruiting and college basketball recruiting news was like something that was leading off shows. Like, that was, it was like front page news in the commercial appeal. It was A1 content on radio, and it was John Wall is coming to Memphis. It was, and they got this, and Eric Bledsoe was coming, and DeMarcus Cousins was coming. And so, of course, we were keeping up with all of that during that year. This is the Tyreek year before John ended up taking them and controversially took all of those kids and then signed with Memphis to Kentucky.
Took him to Kentucky,
right?
yeah.
But at one point, I brought a guy. I can't even remember who it was. It was one of those recruiting guys at the time. Maybe it was Evan Daniels or somebody like that. And I brought him on, and I was asking him about the guys that Memphis had recruited. And he had just gone and seen DeMarcus Cousins. And I want to say it was the state tournament in Alabama, and that he got so mad he sat down in the middle of the floor, Indian style, or crisscross applesauce.
Yeah,
right. Sat down in the middle. He's like, I've never seen a player do that. He got so mad. He sat down, and they were like, bro, get up. Yeah. And he's like, basically, everybody.
And it's crazy.
And I was like, are we sure this is the kind of guy we want to recruit?
It's crazy. Look, it's crazy, right? Because after basketball, like besides basketball, rather, he is just smooth as.
Like the nicest dude.
He the smoothest big fella I know. Like,
oh yeah.
Like he almost like just too smooth. It's like
chill.
He
like kind of like the Russ thing, where Russ is mad aggressive.
Chicks dig him
in between the court lines, but then you.
Is that what you're trying to say? Chicks dig him.
I mean,
yes.
They dig all of us, Chris.
Yeah, I understand.
I see.
You know?
I understand.
But I'm just saying.
No, I understand.
I'm just saying he's smooth. Like he ain't like as macho as he play on the court.
Yeah, that's a athlete persona.
That's just what he love and what he's passionate about. So the emotions flare up real easy.
Yeah.
After that,
he's like this.
Regular is just even.
You know what that's true of? That is true of so many guys that snap.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before.
I say Russ is like that too. Like Russ is like super competitive, super like he'll yell at a fan, blah 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 blah. But he get off the court.
Steven Jackson was like that. You see his media persona now. Steven Jackson was like that, right? It could run hot. Meta World Peace. Anybody that meets anybody that meets him off the court, he's just.
Yeah, it's like don't nothing else rile him up to get him that hot. Can't nothing else really rile him up to get him that hot.
Except basketball.
Come on, bro. Rich man.
Yeah.
Athlete, like you say, chicks dig him.
Yeah.
Like what?
Bro, Boogie had a run too, bro.
Come on,
I'm looking at 2013 and 20.
I think if chicks really did it, I would think being awesome in Puerto Rico.
What are you putting up?
I bet that's why they're playing in the Puerto Rican basketball league. I bet it's awesome.
From 2013, I bet it is
awesome.
The talent over there, boy, check ball, bro. Ball up top, for sure. Ball up top in Puerto Rico.
I don't know. Was that a celebrity game or was that a league?
No, it's a league.
It's a league, bro. But from 2013 to 2017, he averaged 22 and 12, 24 and 13, 27 and 12, 27 and 11, 28 and 11, 24 and 12, 25 and 13.
We know.
And then he finally fell off in Golden State.
Yeah.
He only played.
Boogie was that monster.
He just didn't
Wait
play.
a minute, that was more than 4 years, was it?
13, my bad. 13 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 year span.
You guys did have but 1 year. Hey, you
big
did.
fella.
Hey, you did have that 1 year at the Pelicans where it was like Rondo and Drew and AD and like that team
17,
could have
18.
actually done damage.
17, 18, that was that year.
Those bigs.
And was it Achilles?
Yeah, he tore his Achilles.
Those bigs
Boogie
were
tore his
averaging
Achilles.
like what, 25 and 14? What you just said?
19 and 18, 19. Oh, the 2017-18 year when y'all was a Pelican together.
What he average?
25 and 13.
25 and 13.
Oh, you're gonna take credit for that?
No.
Okay,
I almost throwing the ball to him in the post. Like,
No, but what
what
I can say.
You watch my post game.
What I can say about my boy DeMarcus Cousins, bro. He recruited me. He made sure he wanted me there. He let it be known, bro. You my man, $100,000. We in the game.
What'd you think about Del Demps?
And I didn't know him. I didn't even know he was a GM until they told me he just cursed the GM out. He's like, that's the GM, bro. Like,
You didn't even know him?
no.
How can you not know the GM and you were like their free agent signing?
I mean,
Bizarre.
I signed through email.
That place is weird.
You saw it through email.
As we've chronicled many times, that New Orleans the whole thing is weird.
Hey, Jacob, put up the photo.
Just doesn't run like anything else.
Jacob, put the
Man,
photo.
Frankie
the photo
Z's collar, use collar.
They found a reaction photo when DeMarcus Cousins cussed him out to you. That's what the face he made. He was like, that's him.
That's Where is he now?
Let's find out.
He coaches somewhere. I just saw him.
He is.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
So he was coaching
He's
with
with the
Jazz.
T-Wolves. He's
Yeah,
a front
T-Wolves.
office assistant with the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go. He's with the Timberwolves now. That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Good old Del Demps.
All right, so you look, you are against me on this. I think it's going to be 2-2. I do not think it's going to be 3-1. But you think the Oklahoma City just got back on track and they shouldn't have lost game one?
What they say, UFC, KFC, OKC, and 6.
You did
He
not.
definitely did that.
Terrible
you didn't do
job.
that right. You didn't
That's
do that.
terrible.
man.
That was like if I did it right.
Yeah.
Try
You-
again, T.A.
You
I'll let
sounded
go.
like, you sounded like
It's
Roser.
very
I'm gonna let you go
Roser
again.
of you.
No, I ain't with that, but I'm just letting you know that the Oklahoma City Thunder, bro, they've been consistent all year. We can't say that. We could agree on that. Shea has been MVP caliber. We could agree on that. The role players, what scares me about them, but I'm truly believing them, is can they be consistent? Because the stage is a little big. And it's the same thing for Indiana. I mean,
Their role players will show up in one of the games.
Yeah, they'll have a big role player game.
But
at least one.
But I'm saying, can they do it?
No, I don't. We're not talking about them winning the series. We're talking about can we get a game 6 in Indiana?
6 in Indiana.
That's what we want.
That's why you pushing the game too. But I truly believe that Oklahoma
You
City
think you're
got
just
the
going to beat
momentum.
them 3 in a row?
I think they got the momentum. I think they looking back at film and looking at game one and it's like, yo, you see what we left. Even the last possession.
But the Pacers played like crap.
Did you see Shea end of the game play in game one?
Which one?
Like the shot he tried to get off.
The one before they got the rebound?
The one before they sealed the game.
That was one of his shots. He just missed
And
it.
I was just like, damn, bro, like if he could get that back, this game is over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a bunch of young guys playing on the road in their first finals.
Finals, that's
Come
another
on.
thing playing the factor. So I just
And on the road, they've gotten caught a couple times. Big one. We caught them. We had them down 27 here.
Yeah. I think the Pacers will
They
get one.
turned
They'll have
around.
one big game.
Oh, no, and then Ja got clipped.
Oh, I said they turned around and,
We'll do it.
and now we was at the playoff.
Yeah, don't remind us. And now our big man's hurt.
Bro, you keep bringing that up, bro.
Actually, one of our big men
Big
just called
fella.
me.
Hey, big
One of our
fella.
big men just called
Get
me.
healthy, big fella. All hard, grit and grind, baby. It's a grind, baby.
I should call him back.
Minor setback to a major comeback, bro.
Jared Jackson.
just
Shout
called.
out Zach Edey, man.
Jaron called me and said, "Are y'all on the show right now? I'll see y'all in the elevator."
He's so
Then that means we're on the show, Jared.
yeah, he's so bored.
He here?
But he doesn't want to talk about his contract.
He just got back
doesn't-
from he just got back from Miami.
He'd be coming and doing the show with us, except he doesn't want to talk about his contract.
See, that's
like we
that's-
care. Like we care.
Yeah.
I mean, you would definitely ask about it.
Huh?
Well, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they asked about it at the
And then it goes away.
The exit interviews, and he's just
Man,
like,
I wish they
I'm
were
not
talking
about that. And then it's
a $200 million contract for me. So, TA, how does it feel? You know, you lost out on 2 or whatever. Well, man, you know, 190 fits me perfect, Bob.
Hey, that's good.
190 fits me
Voice.
perfect. I'm 20 what? How old is he? 20 what?
Yeah, it's 23.
He's 25. He's 25.
I'm 25. Hey, in 4 years I'll be at my prime. Hey, be ready for the 250. What do you think, Bob?
What do you think? Who is Bob? Who is Bob? There's no Bob in this market, bro. We don't have any Bobs. We got 2 Chris's. We got a Jeff.
I'm just letting y'all know if it was me.
You would just call the guy Bob no matter what.
I got 190 million coming, man.
Well, great question, Bob.
Great question, Bob.
What'd you think about the Carter 6, bro? Because I personally compared it to you with the Pelicans, but that's.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he did. Carter 6.
Why'd he take a shot at you?
Oh, that was a mid-year.
Like that? You like that? Yeah.
That was below mid. Exactly. That was below mid, man.
Exactly.
Hold on.
I call it the Tony Allen Pelicans.
Like
it is New Orleans.
There you go.
Like that's what I'm saying. Cats like this who drop albums, you look at it like, all right, he ain't been around in a while. You know what I'm saying? He probably out of touch with what's in right now, what's the wave in music. And you just respect cats like this, you know what I'm saying? Because they are the work is, you know, they coming out from how they came out. You get what I'm saying? And that style of rapping just, I don't think it's really hidden like that. And I ain't even heard Carter 6. But
Who are you listening to?
But I know Lil Wayne don't sound like Lil Baby. Lil Wayne don't sound like, who else hot right now?
Rod Wave.
Babyface Ray.
Lil Wayne don't sound like
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi. None of the Detroit rappers.
Yeah, Babyface
He's still
Ray.
hitting you with that. I'm with the Eins and Rangers, and if you coming with the Rambers, he's still hitting you with that, ain't you? He's still coming like that, ain't you? I already know it. I don't even got to listen to the album, but I just know for a fact, like
it's just not what's in right now.
You ain't trying to hear that to you.
It's throwback.
You ain't trying to hear it.
With the rhymer.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Jordan, Gordon, and Wonder Ford and Morton. like I can't, Lil Wayne, I can't get up with that. That's not
You can't
kicking
get
it.
jiggy with this?
No,
You
my
did
friend.
Michael Blackstone. I can't get jiggy with this.
Who are you listening to?
Let me hear it in the streets.
Who'd you listen to on the way here?
Who I was listening to on the way?
That's Carter 6 right there.
Carter 6, Tony. Look at me. Oh my goodness.
I don't know why you're
Get me
sweating
out
so
of
hard.
this
You only
uniform.
played 2 minutes a game.
That's crazy.
How are you pouring?
That jersey is crazy.
You still got one of them jerseys? Can I have one, please?
I'm ready to get it to you tomorrow.
Actually, pull up. I'll need one.
Trust me. No, bro.
Desi's got it somewhere in some trunk.
Man, and it's crazy, bro. I just saw the bag too. I got so many jerseys. Back in the day, they used to just give you about 6-7 jerseys a year. I don't know why they don't do it no more.
Yeah, I need that, bro. Let me get that.
The real one, all right, though.
I need that, bro. Jimmy Butler guarding your phone.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Man, TA in a Pelicans jersey and Jimmy Butler in a Timberwolves jersey. That is crazy.
I need that, though.
There was the 18 D Roses. You don't got to look, Chris. Relax.
I was looking at who's in the background.
Oh,
Who is
okay.
that in the
I was going
background?
to say them the 18 D Roses.
Is that Etwan Moore behind? Who is that?
Is that number 55? Who's that?
Etwan Moore.
Is that Etwan Moore back there?
I ain't going to even front. Etwan Moore, I ain't going to lie. Shout out Etwan Moore. He another smooth kid.
Yeah.
Hey, he was smooth. He grown to hell now, but yeah, he was a smooth cat, man. I ain't gonna lie.
mean
Shat
smooth?
Town. Just smooth. You just tell brothers when they smooth.
Aura.
They ain't rough around the edges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, clean
like
cut,
me,
yeah.
I might come in the room. I'm talking to everybody. What's up, baby? Hey, what you doing? Don't you do it? Don't look down. Look around. Hey, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Tune
He
in.
just sneak in. He sneak in, sneak out.
Like he be like, you might sneak in,
Yeah.
give your head nod,
Yeah. He
go
see
over
what he
there.
want, he gone.
Yeah, he gone. He's smooth dude,
Smooth
man.
criminal for sure.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Last thing. Who were you listening to on your way
Oh,
down?
who I was listening to on my way here? Myself. You know?
No, come on.
You were deep
What
in thought.
Looking at
Deep in thought.
Hey, what does your son put on?
Who my son playing? They playing. They NBA YoungBoy and
They listen to Glock.
no, I ain't heard no
Do
Glock.
they like Black Boy Max?
Definitely Black Boy, man. Lil Polo G,
The streamer dude, bro.
Lil Baby. I ain't really heard him play too much, nothing out of the ordinary.
Just a typical baby.
So he's not getting you up on the
baby,
new
yeah,
stuff.
Baby.
No,
Everybody listen
no.
to Baby.
I got you. All right.
I need our shirt. Our shirts here, by the way.
Out the mud.
Oh yeah,
Hey, Luke, bring our shirts in here.
Tell them bring them shirts. I told you I was gonna come through.
I mean, it
only
took 6 months.
A whole basketball
Out the mud
It took
apparel.
a whole basketball season. Luke, bring the shirts.
It's here.
Put them on sale.
We gonna holler at Hung. Wait till Hung get in here. Shout out my boy Hung.
I think Hung has somewhere to go.
Oh, Hung had the dip?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Say less.
You guys are recording here?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep, we
Shout out
recording.
Luke, by the way.
Who?
But let me get that.
No, give me the black.
No, I want the XL. What's that? What size is
that? That's XL. All right. What's that one?
That's the XL. All right. Rose, you get a large, brother.
That's cool.
This snug giant. All right.
Jalen said, I better have a shirt down there. I bet you're going to get the large, Jalen.
Jalen, you want the large shirt? Rose might not want the large, bro.
Oh yeah, y'all gotta sport that. Y'all gotta come clean when y'all rock the out the mud, man.
Oh, it's on top, bro.
Yeah, good material. Check it out. Yeah, it'll be on the website soon, man. So y'all be looking out, man.
I got the cream joint.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love
Out
it.
the mud, man.
My man. All right, who's this week?
Oh, so this week we gonna keep it in house. We gonna go Tayshaun Prince.
Oh,
we gonna get
Grizzlies
Tayshaun.
front office member.
Go in front office, man. And take a peek inside of how former players make that
Have you
transition
already done
in the
it?
league. Pardon what? Pause what?
Have you already recorded that?
No, we do it tomorrow.
Oh, bro.
Tomorrow.
His stories are unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
I
it.
sat by him for 2 years at games. So obviously we talk about everything. Family, life, everything. I mean, he grew up in Compton.
Yeah.
In
the hood.
Compton.
Good trenches.
Like, played with The Game, the rapper. Like, I mean, he grew up in Compton in an era where all that was going, rap was exploding. And then obviously, he was amongst all manner of crime, right? Like, I mean, Compton was... Everybody knows. Still to this day, you say Compton, it's like, whoa, you were from there? I mean, and his teams, the people that went to school there and stuff, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
Tyson Chandler went there after him, right? Like a bunch of guys. And it's like he still has a connection there in the city with that basketball program and the people come through there. And he's great stories.
Yeah,
Crazy
I'm ready to hear that part, bro. Because after I heard that Jermaine O'Neal joined, you talking about 23 brothers and sisters. I'm ready to.
33.
33 brothers and sisters. My bad. I shorted him 10.
Unbelievable.
That's insane,
All right,
bro.
we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back after this. Thanks, Tony.
All right, man. Much love, bro. I wonder.
What should the Grizzlies take away from this Western Conference Finals matchup?
The Grizzlies need more quality depth. Not just depth, quality depth. Well, what the Memphis Grizzlies can learn and take away from the Western Conference Finals is you can't talk about it, you got to be about it.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
The First Ladies of FedEx Forum, the Grizz Girls, are known across the NBA for setting the standard for professional dance and entertainment. And they are looking for dancers to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. With the chance to gain professional dance experience and connect with the Memphis community, auditioning for the Grizz Girls is an opportunity you do not want to miss. Come show up at Open Call Auditions Saturday, July 26th at the Memphis Sports and Events Center. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Creed. Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Bain drives. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead. Yeah! Jarrett with a knockaway. Good defense. Durant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting. That's no show.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Chris Vernon Show. Shout out to Tony Allen for joining us on a Tuesdays with Tony. A couple things I did want to mention before we get out of here today. Murray State did come through with their win in what appeared to be dramatic fashion against Duke last night. The Stanley Cup Finals game, which we had talked about yesterday, the fight was cool with the melee that took place in the middle of that game, but the game was terrible. I mean, we had built it up yesterday, and we were like, oh, man, Game 1 went to overtime. Game 2 went to double overtime. These teams went to 7 games last year, and then Florida just mauled them last night. So Oilers backs against the wall for a Game 4.
Yeah, so much so that one of the
not the best time for us to all decide we were going to root for Connor McDavid.
I know, right? Got his ass whooped. What's the equivalent of hockey losing 6-1?
I mean,
is that like a 50-piece?
Yes. I
mean,
that's mauling.
Yeah.
It's like soccer.
It's like soccer. Yeah, it's like soccer.
Which, by the way, my daughter, I had to record the mismatch last night. So my daughter's playing in like this 5-on-5 thing. It was like all of these. It's like 5-on-5 soccer, right? And for the summer, like part of their program, which is good for them, right? To play against, they play mini games just to stay in shape and to work on skill work and whatever else. So she texted me, she's like, they lost, but she scored. I was like, oh, that's awesome, whatever. And then they got home, and I was like, so, yeah, Mama said you lost, whatever. And she's like looking at me like some kind of way. And I was like, well, hey, you scored. And she's like, yeah, the one, Dad. And I was like, what do you mean the one? I was like, well, how many they have? She's like 16. I was like, that's not a soccer score, Haley. 16? She's like, it's a short field. She goes, Dad, these girls, they had boobs. I was like, what? Evidently, they played against a year older.
Oh.
She's 12.
Yeah.
She's like, they had boobs, they had periods, they had... I was like, all right. I was like, this is entirely too much information, but I'm sorry you got your ass kicked.
Yeah. I don't need to know all that.
Good goal. But but the difference between the girls change rapidly early. Like I remember this happening with William as he got, but the boys it's later. Right? The girls, they start maturing much younger, right? It's really like 12, 13, 14, and they hit these big growth spurts and their bodies start changing, whatever. With the boys, it's a little bit later, right? You're really like at 8th and 9th because there was a split year where I think it was 7th and 8th grade football, and there were some of the teams that we played when William was in 7th grade, and the 8th graders, we would show up to the field, and the other team really didn't have 7th graders on their team. It was just all 8th graders.
Yeah.
And some of them were men.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. And of course, then both grandmas are yelling at me why is he even doing this? And I'm like, I didn't know that they were going to be going up against 6 foot, 180-pound guys with muscles.
Right.
I thought we had a little bit of time for them to, because he was he's a 12-year-old kid or a 13-year-old kid. Yeah. He hasn't hit puberty. I'm just saying the puberty thing makes a massive difference in sport.
Oh yeah,
it's that, and it's
puberty
also
or non-puberty does a big difference.
It also becomes the divider.
Yeah.
Right. There's the kids that play up until, and everybody's kind of on an even field. And then puberty hits, and you're not on an even field.
You realize you can't compete no more.
Yeah. Some of these kids grow at a different rate, or they get the muscles, or they're faster, right? The kid level is a much different level. And you guys remember, I used to always say this when my kids were young. I was like, look, the kids that were the best in 4th and 5th grade were not the kids that were the best in high school.
That's why I'll never understand why when people are the top-ranked 4th grader in the nation.
It's ridiculous.
Or the top-ranked 5th grader. You know
it's ridiculous.
It would never make sense to me, bro. Because that kid,
and it also puts false hope into their head.
Yes, because 6 months from now, you might stay the same height, same height.
That's right. And then they feel like a failure.
Exactly.
That happened.
You're not a failure.
You're not a failure, bro.
That happened with Andre Allen. Andre Allen was the number one 6th, 7th, 8th grader in the country.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he never grew.
He's 5'8", and he stayed 5'8".
Happened to 7th Woods, bro. Never forget.
Yeah.
You remember 7th Woods?
Yeah.
I remember 7th Woods.
Did he go to Carolina?
Yeah.
He had that YouTube, the best 8th grader in history. Duncan windmilling. He went to Carolina. Never heard from him again.
Yeah.
Oh, I told you, I got called when years ago. I got called, and one of my friends called me, and he said, "You have got to come over to this gym." I think it was in Bartlett. He's like, "You have got to come over to this gym." He's like, "This kid is I just saw the next LeBron James."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" He's like, "He's playing again later." He's like, "You've got to come see him." I'm like, "What grade is he in?" He's like, "I think he's in 6th grade, but he's playing with 7th graders." It was LeBron Black.
Oh,
remember? And he ended up going to Illinois, and he's probably playing professional basketball.
He was here earlier this year. He's an assistant for the Rip City Remix.
Are you serious?
They played back-to-back games here in the G League, and he was here. Yeah,
LeBron Black was.
Yeah, he's an assistant for Rip City.
That's how many years ago that was, though. Yeah. That's crazy. He's an assistant now for a G League team. But I got a call telling me I needed to come over there and see this because, everybody was trying to spot the next LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And he was just bigger, stronger, faster than everybody.
Oh, yeah.
He was killing people.
Yes. He's like 8th grade. He's like in 8th grade. He's like
Thad was like that, too. Thad was like that.
Thad lived up to it, though. Thad was,
I remember my dad used to take me to Mitchell games when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
Gym packed for Thad Young games. He was just windmilling on people.
He was unbelievable.
I'm so mad you can't find any Thad Young YouTube highlights.
You can't? From high school?
You can't find any.
From Mitchell?
Can't find none of them. Because I would love to show kids.
Odd.
You need to see how cold
he was
Thad
amazing.
Because there was kids that don't know how cold Thad was. He might be, other than Penny, he might be the best pro we've had out of the city. Thad.
I
the most sustained pro?
Probably fair. Lorenzen.
Ren, Elliot Perry.
Yeah,
Thad, yeah, for sure.
Other than Penny, bro, I think
you're right.
Thad may be up there, bro.
Yeah.
I think you're right, but he just never got the love because he went to Georgia Tech.
Because our city has not produced a ton of great pros. There's been a lot of really good college players.
And if you go back in time, that was like it was a weird controversy at the time. I was doing radio at the time. There was a whole weird thing. His dad, like, there was this thing in the paper about his dad wanted him to play for an African-American coach. And and it was like all this. It was like, what? Like, the best player at Memphis is not going to go to Memphis, and John Calipari's not getting him. And he went and played for Paul Hewitt. At Georgia Tech. Yeah. And it was a thing. It was a thing at the time.
Oh, it was a thing, yes.
Anyways, do want to mention this, too. Scary stuff on this. I just never like these stories that don't have a tremendous amount of clarity to them. And so I'm, here's hoping with our fingers crossed that things are okay. But this whole Deion Sanders thing has got me spooked. Yeah. Just because of the quotes. It's like, we're not, like, we'll tell you what he's going through when it's time to tell you what he's going through. And it's like, whoa. Like, is everything okay here? Because it says Deion Sanders has been ill and out of the office recently and has been at his estate in Texas dealing with an unspecified health issue as his school's annual summer football camps began last week. So, of course, he wasn't at the football camp, so then everybody's like, what's going on? A timetable for his return is unknown, but his eldest son, Deion Sanders Jr., went on a YouTube live stream from the Texas home and said his father was feeling well. He said he'll tell y'all soon enough what he's going through, what he went through. Deion Jr. said, when we get back to Boulder, I don't know. I'm waiting until my dad leaves. When he leaves, then I'll go. Until then, I'm going to sit here with him. Because it said he canceled a speaking engagement on June 8th in Florida at a sickle cell disease research and educational symposium. And then, so he was unable to attend that. And then evidently he has had obviously health issues before. In 2022, he had 2 toes on his left foot amputated because of blood clots that developed from a previous surgery. And then in 2023, he had a procedure to relieve clots in both of his legs, and he missed Pac-12 Media Day. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? These guys had blood clots that cost him 2 of his toes, and he had to get, his legs. Dealt with. And it's so...
And that stuff came out of nowhere, too. The little blood clock story.
Well, and evidently, he was on a podcast in late May with Asante Samuel, the former NFL cornerback, and mentioned a health issue then. And now he had to cancel the speaking engagement. Then he's obviously not there at the Colorado football camps. And so people are like, what's going on here? And I guess the only information we have is his son. And his son's like, I'm not leaving until he's leaving. But he's feeling well. And it's like, I don't know. It's just, again, a lack of clarity always leads to being scared about it. I mean, it just scares me to see that, right? And especially because of all the blood clot stuff. Because when you get the blood clot stuff and you had to, in the interest of full disclosure, my grandma had both. She had one of her legs amputated. But now hers was diabetes related, right? But ended up it was a foot. The foot went gangrene, and then had to have that, taken off. And so I've dealt with the whole losing things because of the circulation stuff, and it's like, bro, he's already lost 2 toes and has had to have blood clots removed in both legs. The blood clot thing is not to be
no joke.
trifled with, and it's just scary. Scary to see that because you've got to imagine it's probably related, right?
For sure.
This
all of it goes together,
right?
Yeah.
And again, it was. I don't know if it was. Kind of made it sound like it was a botched surgery at some point that maybe caused this.
The blood clots?
Yeah. The original thing. That was the whole thing with the toes.
Yeah, he had to get his toes
but then it said both legs. He had to have clots removed. He missed Pac-12 Media Day last year because of it.
Prom.
It's like, damn, dog. And now he's been at home?
Yeah.
With the sun by his side in Texas?
Yeah, because I saw Shedeur.
Because that's why would you? You know what I mean? He's going. I don't know. Just I don't like it. And here's hoping he's going to be just fine. Yeah. But there's certainly not a lot of clarity with it, and it's scary. That's always scary.
Yeah.
That blood clot stuff is nothing to be trifled.
Nothing to play with, bro.
No, because you can. He's already lost.
Yeah.
2 toes, and.
At some point, if you keep having the number ones you've named just since he started coaching, the fear is one day that it it forces him away from coaching. The health issues do, and just hope that doesn't happen.
I saw Shedeur was at the camp this week. That's why it's kind of wild. Like Shedeur was at the camp that they just had.
Yeah, all those college things are going on right now, and then obviously the NFL teams, like all the news is going to be about mini camps and who shows up and who doesn't, and. You've got 2 of these big-time defensive ends that are not showing up that want the new deals, and it's going to be fascinating to see what kind of money they – one, obviously Watt in the Steelers.
TJ Watt.
Which is like – if you're not paying TJ Watt, who are you paying?
Who are you paying?
But I kind of feel the same way on the Trey Hendrickson front.
Yeah,
for the Bengals, it's like, but he's not showing up either.
He's the only one that plays defense for them, bro.
He's the only one he's the only one that does play defense for them. There's another one to watch.
All right,
because Jaden Daniels was the talk of the season last year, as far as the rookies go. Dude, Terry McLaurin wants a new contract. That matters. McLaurin, that's your number 1 receiver, man. That matters.
You got James Cook skipping mini camp in Buffalo. You got Terry McLaurin in Washington. You got TJ Watt in the Steelers.
Jalen Ramsey in Miami.
Yeah, that trade's going to happen.
Jonnu
Smith wants a new contract.
It made me so excited yesterday. I mean, it's small wins, right? When it said Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs both showed up to minicamp. I was like, yeah.
Not my team.
Because, I mean, look, Micah Parsons is going to get paid like these.
Yeah.
Look, Micah Parsons is probably smart about this. Go ahead and let TJ Watt and Trey Hendrickson get their contract.
No, it's good for me. Oh, my God. Dude, Trent Williams showed up to voluntary workouts. I was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah, my guy Lamar has not showed up to OTAs, I think, for the 3rd year in a row.
Who?
Lamar. Lamar never shows up.
Oh, he's skipping?
Yeah, he always skips, bro.
The mandatories or just the voluntaries?
I think
a lot of guys skip the voluntary stuff. A lot of guys do.
Because they made a big graphic about it, how much money he's giving up because he doesn't show up.
Oh, wow.
Shout out, Mike. He said he's lost $1.5 million from missing from OTAs.
Oh, so he misses the mandatories also. He misses the mandatories.
Hey, I'll see y'all.
He's like, I'll be at camp.
I'll be there.
Hey, you're gonna love this. They have on ESPN. I just clicked on their NFL sidebar. They have holdout tracker.
I love holdout tracker.
I love a holdout tracker.
I was like, holdout tracker. It's obviously got a lot of those guys.
Cousins and
It says Parsons was in and out of the offseason program, but was not a part of OTAs. He said he'll be at minicamp, but it's not known how much on the work field he'll do, if any. Brian Schottenheimer said Parsons has remained connected to the team, and even if he hasn't attended everything, perhaps showing up to minicamp can jumpstart contract talks. Obviously, we talked about Jair Alexander. You mentioned Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. DK Metcalf evidently skipped voluntary OTAs.
Damn, you just got traded there.
Huh?
He's like, if Aaron Rodgers ain't here, I ain't going to be here either.
I respect that.
And then, the Commanders have 3 of them. Marshawn Lattimore, Terry McLaurin, and Laramie Tunsil all skipping voluntary. So, anyways, it's now mini camp and either voluntary or mandatory mini camps that are going on. So, guys, we're now in contract time.
The Hassan Reddick,
the NFL,
the funny one.
Well, he didn't play last year, right?
Exactly. He signed with the Bucks, and they said he missed a day of OTAs.
Screw this shit, bro. I'm not showing up.
But they said he's fine. No, he's there now.
It's the new LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah, I'm like, Hassan Reddick's just
holding out again.
Never going to play. And then he's just never going to get a contract.
All right. Thanks to Tony Allen, as always. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Thanks to Rosa Across the Glass. Thanks to Devin Walker. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.